So I have different threads of research. I'm probably most known right now for my work in lean integrated project delivery and the development of new serious games and simulations that can be played collaboratively all around the world. I got very interested in the field of delivering and developing new laboratories for scientists because a lot of the laboratories that I worked in had no windows and they were pretty miserable places. And that is what motivated me to go into architecture school. So I went off to the Harvard Graduate School of Design, learned to become an architect, developed in some of my first jobs laboratories, and then went off to Asia. I went off to Tokyo, I went off to Hong Kong, and it was a very exciting time because there was all this new and rapid development in Asia. And I was there as one of the pioneers in sort of the earliest days. So I loved this. It was a wonderful spirit, but I also noticed that architects were missing some of the sort of more technical aspects of what we do. And that was something that I thought I could bring to the field given my background as a scientist. So I went off and then did an engineering degree. Actually, I've done 3 engineering degrees. I did 2 master's degrees, one in Hong Kong at the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, and I finally did my PhD at UC Berkeley. But what these fields have given me is an understanding of sort of the multiplicity and the interdisciplinarity of what we do. And it's allowed me to really tackle problems in the way that I would never have been able to do before if I had been in my individual silo. I love it. And so why I got interested in lean integrated project delivery is because lean, the one definition of lean, which I love the most, is to reduce waste and add value using continuous improvement in a culture of respect. All of this is to bring me to the story of why I do lean simulations. Why do I do serious games and simulations? Well, serious games and simulations are very similar to a controlled experiment, the kind of stuff that scientists do where you have a control and then you have an intervention, and then you play this game. You basically play the game one way, you introduce an intervention, and then you play the game another way after you've introduced the intervention with all the different participants. So that allowed me to really see and be convinced myself whenever a claim was being made by anyone in the world. I got to test it and see whether or not what they were claiming was accurate and true. And truth is really what I seek. And to be perfectly honest, one of the reasons I'm at a university doing research is because we are sort of a little bit of an oasis in the world. And what I mean by that is if I were doing research for a company, there's automatically going to be a little bit of a conflict of interest. But at a university, we have a very different kind of approach. Our role was really to serve society, and in this particular case, serve the people of Texas. And we go through a very rigorous peer review process, so we can't publish our results until they have been demonstrated by those others in the field who do research on a similar topic, whether or not they've been demonstrated to be accurate and true. And so that is really wonderful, and it's one of the things that makes me feel happy to be here, extremely excited to be a researcher and a faculty member at a university, an R1 university such as Texas A&M, and it makes me feel very purposeful. I mean, it gives me a tremendous sense of purpose in life.